Hey there, this is Enda from Raising Clever Girls, and today I'm going to give you one simple strategy for overcoming the nasty habit of worrying, for replacing that energy thief that takes over our minds with the joy of the present moment. Basically, worries are just a quick signal that something may require attention, and then they're meant to pass. Just let go. But what do you do when you can't let go? Well, the fact is that worries are simply a habit, like many other habits we have: morning routines, food choices, and so on. And you know what? In most cases, they're not even your habit, but someone else's that was around you in your childhood. Anyways, being a behavioral pattern means we can break it, we can let it go and replace it with a more useful pattern. And that's what I'm going to show you today in our video. First, I want you to know that worrying is not foreign to me. I used to be a champion at that myself. Worrying about my kids ending up miserable, or what if a war may start, or someone close to me will die soon, and so on. But the good thing about worrying too much is that at some point it becomes so obvious that you finally notice it as an unhealthy behavior. And this is what pushed me forward towards wanting to do something about it. An important thing to understand is that there's no such thing as a worrier person, someone who's born like that and not much can be done about it. This would actually be called a fixed mindset, and it would only prevent you from even trying to overcome the situation. Now, please give yourself permission to worry. Don't try to fight it and don't try to hide it. It would only make things worse. Like, remember the last time someone told you, stop worrying about something. You didn't really stop, you just stopped showing it, and then it backfired later. So, here it goes. 1. Schedule it. What I want you to do is exactly the opposite of silencing it. I want you to put in your calendar a weekly time for worrying. Let's say Thursday between 8 and 9 p.m. Sounds funny, right? But stick with me. I promise you this works. Step 2. Write it down. Now, every single time you feel worried about something for longer than a few seconds, I want you to write it down in your notebook or make a list on your phone. And you put it in there and you know you're coming back to it on Thursday, so it's not like you're not doing something about it, because you are. As soon as you finish writing it down, I want you to count backwards from 5. Simply go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then switch and make room for some happier thoughts. Because counting will interrupt your thought pattern and give you a blank mind to use for something else in your life, something nicer. This trick I've actually learned from Mel Robbins in her book, The 5-Second Rule, and it totally makes sense. By doing this, you activate your prefrontal cortex and give your mind a chance to accept some more positive thoughts. Time to let go. So let's get back to that list of worries. On Thursday evening, get yourself in a positive mental state, grab a cup of tea, put some nice music on, and get to work. But guess what? Coming from a place of love and safety, you will now approach those worries in a more objective manner. To start with, you want to separate your worries into 2 categories: the ones you can do something about and the ones that are out of your control. If it is something that can be addressed, you will find it much easier to figure out the best thing to do now. As for the stuff you cannot control, use this worry time to help let go. Visualize an image of your worry, make it black and white, minimize it to the size of a pea, then let it turn into dust. Bring to the front a vivid image of what you would like instead and make it really large and colorful. The fact is that difficult times may come, but you're tough enough yourself and you'll be just fine. Once the list has come to an end, I want you to make a ritual from ripping off the page in your notebook, scrunch it and throw it away. This will really help to let go and start fresh. If you had a list on your iPhone, I want you to write it all on a piece of paper when beginning this exercise. So here it is, the 4-step strategy to overcome worrying. Schedule it, write it down, use the 5-second rule and review it later. Please use the comments below to let me know how you feel about it, and hit the like button if you found this useful.